Vincere. Our second game here in the RMR 4 Group A. And it's on Inferno, the stage is set, so let's get into this one, shall we? Into the breach with a T-side opener. And a bit of a peek, a bit of a push down through mid for Na'Vi. They want to bring the heat right away. They're trying to put the sauce on this pistol round. Mid push, and the kill gain for Bit. It's an early 5v4 with some damage done to Na'Vi. Roland's going to try and dispatch this mid push down through the tunnel, looking for a backstab. He's going to have to hinge on the timings coming up well for him, but right now they're locked in a fight at ramp, and that allows Roland to strike up close. There's the reply from Crucial. And so they've battled back into this one with damage done onto these players that were peeking down mid right at the start of the round. A is so tempting for the Into the Breach boys. They're taking the top mid control, and they're getting set up for the A play. Simple is wounded, MPL is as well. And so 2 bullets could open up the A plant for ITB.
MPL, oh, talking of bullets, one straight to the brain. Crucial with a clap back, MPL trapped between a rock and a hard place, and he's going to get shot straight in the face by Rallen. 2 kills in the opening pistol round for him, and just Perfecto really lost effectively at this point, wandering his way back over to see if he can find anything at all.
Yeah, I feel like we don't see those mid pushes work too often nowadays on CT Inferno. Especially on the pistol rounds, something we saw a lot of from Furia, who would be willing to pull it out in gun rounds and pistols. But okay, Perfecto, that's a quick shot, but I don't think the clock is there for him, and Volt just won't give it away. No reason to fight. Hits a goosh in the air and finished. They dead-eat mid, and no one was watching that underpass. So free kill for Rallen here. And a nice tap for MPL, but that's all it will be. ITB on the board.
And force buy back in for Na'Vi. I do like the kind of, even though they don't win the pistol, I like the vibe they're coming into this with. Trying to be confident out of the gate.
This is a great map to buy a second round on CT side, right? You've got very close positions. You've got a lot of choke points for pistols and SMGs, but you also are able to play the smokes. And Na'Vi had a couple of them, but most have already, well, all have already been used in the first few seconds of the round. So Na'Vi are now no longer able to stall this one out. And you can see they're getting aggressive, retaking middle control, fighting for brackets, even pre-rotating. But they're going to realize soon that ITB are all the way up banana. Simple's made that move. Very quick decision, and it might just be in time for this B stack.
Thing is, though, it's the guns in the hands for ITB that sets the stage for me. This should still be quite clean. They're the Mac Daddies of the Mac 10s. Thomas has a bit of a legacy with a weapon. Rallen and Cypher following suit, but the nades are going to do a ton of damage. Perfecto from the elevated angle shuts down one with a 5-7. Rallen creeping in through the smoke, and now this is where it gets really awkward. 24 seconds on the clock. Volt finally punching in the numbers. Wow. Rallen with a fast face removes the head from Perfecto, and you're dropped down to just 3. They probably just want to try and hold on to what they've got. Rallen not going to allow that on a push, but no, they clap back. Oh, they're making this one work. Simple with 2 on a deagle into the breach. You might get the pistol, but you are not taking this one.
That is a robber, and Na'Vi do not let the Brits get comfortable.
Yeah, wow. And as Jonathan Ross would say, a highway wobbly. Massive, you've won those first few fights in the post plant, and then suddenly, you go from riding this high, feeling like you can peak anything, you can take any fight because you got the numbers, to 3 kills going down in rapid succession. They're going to try and respond to it with a fast B play. Perfecto over on the boxes, lobbing in this util from Coffins. Helps out Electronic at the back of the site. Now he can just kind of dance around the new box. He's dropped in this smoke as well to give himself even more room. And with 3 players low, this MP9's about to farm. It is a field day. Now just Rallen left, and there's Electronic.
Feeling like they're in the zone, because then they really do snowball out of control and play their best CS. When they have a slow start like this, it's where it becomes really shaky waters.
What have they got in this full buy round now? Taking apartments. Bit is here, the headshot beast, and he will prove it once again. That's a good grenade.
That just looked crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's such a clean little adjustment from it. Oh,
Thomas, calm down, buddy.
hey, bud. Rolling with an iron fist. Just giving Crucial a reminder of who's in charge.
Yeah, 5v4, and these are the worst rounds to play a team like Na'Vi, and they pull all the way back. Give nothing for free. Into the breach, forced into a B hit, but if they dry peek this, which they must, they have only one flash, and that's safe for the site. Simple with the flick. It will not connect. Very fortunate for ITB to get up without any damage. They can run an exec now. Volt's trying to sell middle. MPL caught on Jiggles, and he'll win his fight now. The B smoke is down for Na'Vi. ITB don't have time to respect it.
Yeah, oh my, Perfecto on for 3, will get dropped out of the round. It's left it all on to Crucial. He's got 30 seconds and a 1v1 on the backside player. Turning for CT though, and M2.
They will. We'll make them, Hugo.
Yeah, no question. Everyone's coming with us.
You don't get a choice.
No.
You've just got to get on the boat.
And back to what could be a fast Mac 10er. A couple of Tech 9s behind it for ITB. Up Banana going to pre-smoke the car. Na'Vi will respect it. Cypher even goes through a Molotov to take this space. He gets flashed in. It's a lot of real estate here early for the Brits.
And that's what he's good at. He loves taking those really aggressive angles. You talk of aggression as well. Rallen in the boiler. Definitely going to be boiling the blood of NPL as he finds that opening frag, and now could potentially raise a little bit more hell. You've armed yourself with the Kalashnikov. Cypher just teetering on the edge as well. He's so damn good with this Tech 9, Hugo. So there's always a possibility if he gets put into an angle where he can hit the shot, he'll rip some heads off.
Nice retake timing for Na'Vi. Look what they're going to be able to do as well. They were swapping out Simple. Instead, they're just going to give nades, and he can go all the way back to a...
Na'Vi have had the read on this round for a moment. Even the way they retook Banana Scream, they had the read. That is not like a standard amount of util to throw. That was very light, and so that suggested that they knew that this wasn't a Banana play. They were already starting to shift everyone round, and so what looked like a chance for Into the Breach is now nothing more than a hope and a prayer, right? There's this gun on Rowland that was picked up right at the start of the round, and now it's got to end it. He would need the ace in the 1v4. You don't fancy his chances here, and so there's the trade.
Standing with his deagle, and ITB live to regret that round. That has very much flipped the pace on its head, and Na'Vi are running away. Got an AWP out now for Crucial, and you've said big things about him, Jackie, about his current form.
Oh, yeah. Especially T-side Inferno. He's one of these AWPers that looks to create space first sort of 30 to 40 seconds of the round. That's where he's going to be looking to go for those more aggressive openers. Right now, standing his ground, potentially, against the man himself in Simple. Takes a bit more of an advantageous push up as well, just playing contact with the scope. If anyone peeks out, we'll try and leave him broke.
Yeah, Simple was considering that, but just goes back to the safety of A. MPL on long, a very important position, entrusted by this young man. He's going to get smoked off. ITB doing their default well. They've got Banana, they've got apartments. A lot of the map belongs to them by design. And Simple looks to reaggress in the mid-round as well. Trying to get a kill and get out scot-free. Util coming over the top. Simple dropping his nades, goes back to the bomb site. They still want to retreat towards a BXX perhaps later in the round. We'll see if this kill is given over. Crucial waits.
Crucial. Waiting to see if he could get a critical frag, but the call is to back off and barrel up Banana, make your move into B instead, but it's not going to be easy. Still, two members of Na'Vi on site, 30 seconds on the clock as well. It's going to go down to the dice, Harry.
Yeah, Cypher leading the charge through this smoke with a bit of a gap in it. He's been given an invitation, crosses through the spawn, and Electronic had to turn around and deal with him.
Time.
Still 20 seconds left. The resmoke in, and Electronic,
no way.
They all line up for him. Monstrous behold in the USP. Dude, what a round. What an ace. That's insane, bro. Like, everything about it is just madness. From him having to turn around and deal with someone coming through the smoke, then dropping in and just fighting them through more smokes. My goodness. Ooh. Perfecto tries his hand at a mowdown round. Doesn't pan out for him. And the B kills come up in favor of Into the Breach. Oh, the Deagle of Cypher now delivers as well. And so this one's gotten away from Na'Vi extremely decisively,
Okay, this
way
one-
faster than they were ready for.
You couldn't throw this one if you tried, okay? You couldn't overchase. There's no way Na'Vi are going for it. Off numbers and position alone, locked out of the bottom of Banana means that the round is won. And that's a sigh of relief. A faster B play, a bit of disrespect thrown back in the way of Na'Vi. Dust in the eyes. And ITB will save with 5 alive as well. Huge.
Agree as well. I feel like it's one of those where that's the sort of CS we need to see them play. The second you start giving too much respect to Na'Vi and feeling like, oh, we've thrown away a couple of rounds, we really should have won, you start making mistakes, you start turtling up, you're not really playing your style.
All right, he took his spawn, so Na'Vi tighten it up. Simple with an AWP in middle, flashed off. But they, again, go back to the heavy B. And Na'Vi are here to fight as well. Fast Mac 10, not going to get traded. How did Na'Vi make it look so easy? Electronic back to the pistol. Vault very low. Could have died there. The nade will do it. And even though there's one in response.
Parcel to the success of this team back at the Pro League just a couple of weeks ago. And so with Na'Vi can be kind of fluid. You know, you get big games out of Perfecto every now and again.
Yeah.
You have moments where, like, you know, you put him in a clutch and he comes alive and suddenly he takes control of a game. And so, you know, this is kind of the win conditions being met for Na'Vi. And, well,
no.
sick man, love that for you, Crucial.
Who did
At
it?
least you get to play the AWP now.
Yeah, there's no one taking that off you. 39 health. Right click to the back. That's Thomas's headshot.
I think it was
him.
Thomas again,
Yeah.
actually.
No
I
way.
think it was Thomas
Really?
who
He
He was
knifed
right
him.
behind him.
He's headshot him and he's knifed him in the back. So it's not a great start to this round.
Thomas and Crucial beef, man.
Who
it's
knew?
happening.
Who knew?
You said, Jackie,
Start
they were
that
all
story
friends
like they're
in
all
this
mates.
team.
Yeah.
All
Well,
mates.
UK Classic, Harry.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
as soon
true.
as they lost that second round,
Yeah, they lose second round. Disband by the second
our
map.
10 years of friendship mean nothing. My, oh my. Well, it's not
That's-
ideal.
Yeah, not ideal.
No. It could be worse.
It always could be worse, Jackie. But
Yeah, I guess Crucial could be dead,
Exactly, right? He could have
So, you know,
double stabbed
yeah.
him.
By that metric,
Look at-
I guess all is well.
finally, a double setup on Long as well, off of Spawn. We have MPL on that boost, and Perfecto trying to bait for him. Just needs to get spotted first. He won't. MPL still wins his fight, though. That's huge. And they never even saw the second player. ITB don't know what they're running into. Going to go back to a B exec. We've already seen a tendency to just run these quicker B approaches. Electronic, though, he's happy with that. He'll take it every day through the smoke. Second player made it, and they don't know the Cypher has crept into the pool. Oh, this could be interesting, but Electronic giving up the site has at least confirmed that ITB could have this control. He's going to hold on passive. Cypher chasing the kill, realizes he has to plant. That smoke is out, and the AWP must cover. Can Perfecto find this kill? Running in, and he takes the shot off the plant. Great round for Perfecto. Saves it from team damage to just the second round of over-chasing, getting a bit ahead of themselves. Not a clean...
Oh, God, they've
was
done him
Thomas.
dirty.
It
They've
was
got the
Thomas.
receipts for it. Oh, twice. Thomas.
Oh,
Save it for
actually,
the
I
enemies.
really don't want to say. Yes, Thomas, I think, has done more damage to his teammates than to enemies right now, which he's 0-9.
No, Harry.
Don't actually want to do him like that, but
He's definitely done a full kill's worth of team damage. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's done 101 team damage,
Yeah.
if my memory serves.
It's the reboot of 101 Dalmatians with Thomas,
Yeah. Well,
directed by Quentin Tarantino.
he's right here with us now. Oh, Electronic with a late peek off the flash. He's going to find Cypher at top
Dude,
B.
I'm scared. Electronic's starting to get really confident. Like, he just
Yeah.
held a 30-round spray through the smoke from top car. Firstly, you can get pre-fired so easy just firing loud through this smoke with the AK. It's a pretty easy angle to try and line up with. And on top of that, you know, he wasn't concerned about getting pushed through the smoke. I think he knows that he's exerted enough pressure. He's earned enough respect over towards B that if they see a smoke come down, they're not going to come through it. He's willing to call their bluff on that. He's still even fighting for this control from the car. That flash sends him out of there. And they did have this quad A lean because Electronic was a little deeper, but that flash forcing him off the angle brings back a second man to reinforce the B hold. Right is into the breach. Look to take Banana as well, so the timing's good on this.
Nice re-smoke timing as well. Rallen's going to have to do something to sell a fake here. Even though Na'Vi is still kept on triple short, they're not going to move. They're going to keep this setup. But I have not seen a weakness at B yet for Na'Vi. Electronic has had so many multi-kills, and he's in a great position for Perfecto to bait for him.
Yeah, Na'Vi know it's a B play now. They're pulling everyone around. Will they even be needed with Electronic and Perfecto? Kill a piece, and Electronic just ducking and weaving in at the back of the site around it.
The part is, it's clear ITB's game plan is to abuse B. They've run a lot of access. They've done some quick rounds. They've had a lot of banana control, especially at the start of the game, but it's getting through the choke point. They've tried smoke pushes. They've tried, full XX with good flashes, and Electronic is multi-killing every single time.
Dude, the other thing that's like wild about that round, and I think it's a bit of a shame, was actually like Rallen's fake over towards A actually made it obvious it was the B play.
What did he throw a smoke?
He tried to throw something,
No,
right?
I think he just saw, I think he saw there was like no fire at the back. That's what it looked like. He just walked into what looked fairly safe, but residual heat, man.
It spreads.
I don't think he had a smoke.
Okay, that makes more sense. It looked like he tried to throw something, so I was worried he just pulled out the
No, he pulled his
flash.
knife out, yeah,
okay.
I just checked. He didn't even have a smoke, so that's just, it gets cooked at banana.
Yeah, he also, it looked like he got like naded because a big chunk of health came off him. So pinned in, nice util combo to make that happen. NPL, clean opener, and Electronic. Dude, it's so brutal because he's hit this point in the game, right? Just to kind of give you the idea of where Electronic's head's at. He's like, oh. Yeah, look, there's the nade. There's the nade that comes out with it. And so that's why it's like such a surprise.
He realized.
He tries to get into this little corner where like it looks like there's less fire, but there is still fire.
Yeah, I mean, Na'Vi are the kind of team to have their lineups that...
So, right? Because it's a shame to see. I was kind of hyping up the storyline, the fact that Crucial is this AWPer for Into the Breach that you need to have on good form. Him and Rallen being the two sort of big dogs, a Cerberus of the team, if you will. But at the minute, he's not been able to find anything. It's just Rallen that seems to be the only one on the side that's even finding kills other than the odd one here or there from Volt. And you can't be having that. So Crucial finally back on the AWP. Is there something that he can deal with his weapon? If you get a couple more rounds out, it's not going to be great, but at least you'll have a starting point going into your CT half.
Thomas has that famed Mach 10, hoping he can break his way up B, but the rotate's just come off the site, so if there were ever going to be a way in, this would be the round. Electronic's got a one-way. He can see through the corner of this, I think. If that's a lineup for Na'Vi, he's looking right now. As the smoke fades, he finds Thomas, and that's his first kill for the captain. Double up banana, but are they going to check it, Jackie? Do they know? They don't look. NPL with a double spray anymore. The young gun steps up and finds 3, and somehow Na'Vi is still in this round.
Again, that's a round that's in the palm of their hands, but they just get palmed off by NPL with a big backhander. It's like go gadget pimp slap. He just wrecked them on entry, and now you're down to just 2 men on the back trying to build something from this. At least the bomb's down. Volt lurking around, playing in the pool to expect the flanks coming in. His teammate in Rallen, full HP, all the nades, all the bells and whistles, down bottom banana. Simple arrives on the scene, dashes out the HE, Bits pushing up. There's the one into the back line as well. And now it's all about hitting your shots. He's got the Molotov. Nice. He can at least burn the bomb, get the time off the clock, and Volt should be ready for the spray.
The smoke and the kit, they can get right on it. Volt's going to go over the top. Knife out, he's blind. Simple gets on.
No.
He gets hit right back in the smoke. No one's defusing. I think ITB might have it. But Simple's on the stick, and Bit provides the cover. It's not enough.
He hears the swinging, and he's like, screw this, I'll meet him halfway. And then he pulls his own knife out. Honorable as hell, to give Simple credit, right? Like, joining him with the knife fight, not defusing the bomb, but...
Great shots.
Honor's all they're left with as that round goes the way of Into the Breach.
God damn.
It's freaky.
The Wicked Skangman was on the server.
Hey, they're fighting for 5 now. Maybe that's a way in. It cost them everything, though. NPL, great round out of him at top B. Triple kills after both his teammates fall with nothing. And I like the abs pop. Not seen anything like this. Na'Vi have just turned around and gazed towards the apartments. They've got to read. I don't know how. Na'Vi know it's coming.
Bit in the pit. Oh, will get picked up cleanly. Lovely opener here for Into the Breach. The numbers getting thinned. Electronic, you madman. Slips out through the smoke. Doesn't want to hang around here. Everyone for Na'Vi has group. They are ready to launch a bit of a retake into this round. They're slow right now with the smoke down at Moto. They're waiting to see if they're given a reason to give this one a go.
They've got max money. They should go for it.
Lobbing in that smoke, that's going to allow them to cross a little easier, give them a bit of respite from Volt down in the pit, but they do have a lot of site fights to take, a lot of site fights to win, and right now they've found none of them. Thomas arriving on the scoreboard here, starts to put up some numbers, and Simple is left saving this AWP. Having to just slide out of the round, give over a fourth, concede this one. And that's a nice feeling for Into the Breach. Na'Vi had a stack on A, they had 4 players here, they were ready for that push. And it's
back. Well, no skin off their back, or sweat either. It's easy. But Into the Breach are the final few rounds waking up. And a 5-round T-side, turn your nose up. No warp here for Crucial, but that is by design. And Simple wants to get involved early again. Kind of flash himself in. Cypher was waiting in the pit. Or Crucial was rather, but he won't commit. Creepy Crawley, here they come.
Thing is, you've got to be so scared as well, conditioned by some of the fights you had towards the top of Banana, to just be paranoid of these angles. You can see Cypher again and again checking, just in case MPL still lurking there to raise absolute hell. Instead, it's Perfecto and Electronic playing together back towards the boost. Electronic's let loose. Does only get one. The push through the smoke's awkward for Perfecto, and it's down to a 3 versus 3, but Simple's arriving on the scene.
Yeah, Molly on the site as well. That's big. They're going to have to change up the plot. Rallen shoots nothing. He shoots Ghost. And now they know there's a lurker in the back line. Bit's going to try and find him. He's repositioned through mid, though. Will Bit find this timing? I think he might. Great checkers. Rallen runs away. Na'Vi now a man up, set up for the retake.
Yeah, now they can wait. Right now they can wait for Bit to move over. They've got Util as well. 2 nades still in play. They can do a lot of damage with those.
Boom.
And there's the close. Kills come up for Na'Vi. They're even shooting little MPL as he goes for that defuse. An 11-4 half and a bit of comedy to close. Yeah, man, he was fantastic in that first half, was Electronic. I mean, both B-side players were, him and Perfecto were destroying Into the Breach over there. And so it was clear the whole game plan of trying to exploit the B-side, it was never going to work with the form of the 2 B-side anchors looking that damn good. Na'Vi with an 11-round CT side under their belt and a pick to open up their T-side pistol. The stage is set for this to be a clean sweep unless a hero can emerge from the... Oh, Volt, you're screwed, man. Oh, he just gets around the corner. I did not think he was going to find the timing after that tag came in. He gets to the back of the site, plucks one out of the air, but that's the end of the line for Volt. It's Electronic planting that bomb and setting up Na'Vi in the 4v3 post plant.
Yeah, no kit as well is going to make this one very difficult for ITB. Waiting out the smoke and CT finally fades. Rallen looking for a kill. And Na'Vi give nothing away. They have a crossfire, a great post plant with 2 players in Banana. ITB have to force kills quick and they're not coming through. Perfecto now, he can peek, he can choose some fights. He's got the time for it, checks one, and Thomas locked out. His teammate will go 1 for 1, but this is just kills. This is just glory for Thomas as Na'Vi take the pistol and go up 12-4.
B is just simple Electronics, mate. They run it down, and now with Na'Vi with a pistol under their belt, up 12-4. They're looking for a very clean sweep to open up their run at the RMR.
And that's the perfect start for Na'Vi. Avoid the situation that's always on our lips, the slow starts. If you can completely negate that, come in hot, come in heavy, be able to show that you're ready to rumble, it'll build a whole lot better when they start getting into those harsher matchups. And talking of harsh, god damn, Simple absolutely eating that grenade.
That's funny.
He's been bogged down.
He's low health, so he gets the Galil, because he's obviously going to play at the back of the pack now. No more MP7 antics. Electronic will take that instead. You'd think it would typically be the opposite, but it makes sense. Put that rifle in a trade position. Simple can get a little bit baity here. MPL alone on A, but, well, not entirely alone. Infested with CTs is the site, and only Cypher at B, again, in a very difficult spot or Into the Breach. This smoke might be nice, but Na'Vi don't need to respect it. He's got a resmoke, and you can see Na'Vi already want to dive through. 5-7 up close, so could tear through to Cypher, gets a gun, looks for more, and he shuts down Na'Vi at the door of B. Great hold. And more ammo, plus the bomb. Na'Vi is screwed.
And that looked a whole lot more like the Cypher I've seen. The fast, flicky aim, the fact that he's twitchy, the fact that he's able to punish, single-handedly defends the B site with a hat-trick of frags there. But again, how many times is that going to be sustainable, right? That's the big picture. We're at round 17. It's 12-4. Sure, even if you take the 5th round here, you've still got to be able to consistently put them together. And Rallen, he's trying to dismantle them. He's pulled out the big shotty, but it's not going to happen. Papa Pump gets nothing.
You know, it's a nice round for Cypher. We've seen glimmers of individual skill on this ITB side, but it's also one that Na'Vi, you know, they're a bit... But Na'Vi had time to wait that one out. They didn't have to go. They'll learn their lesson, you'd think. So,
God, I've not heard that since Epic Land. This is good. I feel like I'm back, boys.
A lot less flaming.
Oh, yeah.
At least here.
No flavor text. None of that.
All right. Can they build off of it? Because Na'Vi, this should be a free-ish round in terms of Tech 9s and an MP7. That's right, Into the Breach can get their confidence back.
Oh, mate, Rallen with this shot.
I love it. He rebought it.
Oh, it's so devilish.
Oh, there's one. Bit more out of the SMGs. Oh, long range with the XM.
Thomas.
Don't worry. Thomas is farming. Thomas is...
From team damage to damaging the opposing team.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see. Getting mean with the SMG. Madman.
XM, especially versus Na'Vi, because, you know, Simple actually kept buying the XM on this very map back at Pro League. He was using it constantly. Maybe even too much, you could say.
Well, now it's a perfect round to farm.
No, don't worry.
Hello, Rallen.
It's still in play.
Hello. He's going to get glocked, and eventually the question is, how many can he take with him?
You think he gets glocked
No, I think he
here?
gets 1D. I think he gets 1D by Simple.
Okay.
He saw them cross.
He's seeing some heads.
I like this.
He's crossing close. Great position for the XM. This is where you want it. This is where you want him. There's a couple. Quickly put another round in there.
Wait. Thomas!
Oh my!
Thomas stole the ball, man!
Well, that's to be expected.
W and headshots. That is literally Thomas's mantra. He will farm those eco frags, and that kind of gets him in the right mindset. That's the thing I was talking about earlier.
Yes.
You've got to feed the hot hand. Thomas is one of those players that needs those frags. You can then wipe off the last half, forget about it, and take it as just a fresh 15 rounds.
Well, let's see. This is a true test here. Into the breach on a 4-buy, and the grenades have been good. Ooh, Dink even through the smoke from Crucial. Put Simple low again. That's 2 rounds that Na'Vi have had Simple on 10 health to start. So this is not a bad beginning for Into the Breach, and they've got more grenades to throw out. Na'Vi going for the Apps climb, taking middle. They will concede banana. Perfecto holds on passive. That's a spam that goes a long way, and it will get a bit of respect from Cypher. He has to retreat from fear of nades. He's even going to trade out positions as well, put Crucial back on that B-bomb site. Simple, again, taking... Oh, that's Electronic Infector trading, rather. Giving the healthier player the AK. As Na'Vi go to retake banana, they also flash mid and push ITB back.
It is just the solo defense on B as well. Crucial rotated over just to drop the nades off to Volt, so he's still got the set to work with. He's already thrown out the smoke, so it's just the flashbang left in the back pocket. 35 seconds on the clock as time is ticking down, and Bracket's control has been completely conceded. Crucial has to lay down the law with the M4. If not, he's going to be mauled off the angle and removed from the equation. He gets 2, though, and that's huge. Now Na'Vi have to scatter back to B in the final 20.
Into the breach, they're already moving around. They're already moving over.
It's done. It's a save.
Yeah, Na'Vi aren't even attempting
Yeah.
this. I mean, you know, they took that early damage through the mid-smoke. They lose 2 players trying to wrap over here towards the long side, over towards the arches, and it just seals the deal on the round. Now at 8-12, there's a Garg that he's been on, but even guys like Crucial having a great round here. He was actually the guy to land the dink to open the whole thing up.
On LAN against Fnatic. Yeah, they're pulling it back. And Into the Breach trying the same here, boys. Got to consider this. Na'Vi have bought up. This is pretty desperate. They saved 3 Galils. It's not ideal. And so Mac-10's behind it. This could close up very quickly, and that dominant beginning that Electronic provided could be forgotten about. Perfecto flash through a smoke. 3 CTs here. Guns out just in time, and Volt will clear that corner. Always looking for an upgrade. It's just the same gun, buddy. So he'll get out of there.
Oh. I get over someone crossed right side of the smoke.
It's good molly, but Simple can save his teammates.
Cypher.
Simple can save his teammates. He'll trade. He'll trade at least. But Electronic dies in that Molotov.
Okay, it's kind of ballsy from Volt to have lobbed in that smoke, right? Because he doesn't really have the resources to actually play behind it. Right now, he's just hoping Na'Vi respect it, and they haven't. They've walked right through it. They like the odds of this B site right now. Now, there is a second man here, but they're swapping around a bit of util. Thomas playing the pixel angle, but Bit's already passed where that angle gives you vision on. Second man does swing, but Bit throws the timings through a loop. You think you've got them boxed in, you don't. Bit's up close, but Thomas trades. And so Na'Vi, their hopes rest on the shoulders of MPL. Thomas can stop this, and he'll spam him out as he tries to plant into the breach. Now just 3 rounds away from a tie game.
Yeah, not a lot. You know, we're seeing some great rounds, some great, space taken. Like oh dear, that's awkward for Electronic. The fact that Volt's even willing to flash himself or fight right down Banana and Cypher to read the hype is there. And the rounds are 2, 9-12, 3 separate. But again, Perfecto's even on a UMP here. Gonna be popping through the B smoke.
Exciting factor as well, again, of finally seeing Crucial on the AWP now CT side. In terms of his overall stats, it's always felt like the CT side has been where he's really at his best. He's one of those kind of more aggressive AWPers, but if he's stationary, he'll pick you to pieces. Problem is here, he falls to Simple, but Cypher claps straight back, and Volt's in position to assist as well.
Jump.
It's an awkward trade game, and it goes down to 2 on either side.
I love how we see that from the CT perspective. That jump for Electronic offsets Crosshairs, so he can re-peek with it, and he actually trades out effectively to get this B site for Na'Vi. One player very late with the bomb, though. Bit's got to bring that in through what could be enemy territory. It's not, but he doesn't know that. The slow, the pause, it makes ITB split up. It keeps Rallen on this A site. Meanwhile, the bomb is coming right back in. Bit with a CT smoke. More util to cut off coffins if they really want to. Electronic will probably just, or MPL will probably just cover with his rifle instead. That's a great Molotov, and it will allow a plant. No way.
Oh, no, he
way!
goes for it! Gets the
crazy.
kill,
It works.
gets the frag, doesn't stop the plant. That's what Thomas was aiming for with that push, but it's left him in the 1v1. Rallen's got to be the man to close. Early on in this game, this was the only guy putting up numbers. If he can keep that coming through now into the breach, close the gap. This 1v1, so much weighted on it. MPL, inexperienced and sweating at the back of the site.
He's burning up. He's cooked.
Dude, in the meantime, Viperio over on the other stream have just taken the lead at 11-10.
No way.
What's happening?
UK rising.
And they laughed.
How much he's come alive. You know, like, it's one thing to go on like a little journey of recovery and finish a game like 11 and 18, right, after you have like some quiet beginning like that where you don't get your first kill till the first half is almost over. It's another to actually go on and top perform for the squad. Crucial boosted over in mid, and now Cypher's pushing the smoke at top B.
They're just making many plays.
Yeah, they're not respecting Na'Vi at all, and you can feel how much the vibe has changed. This went from Na'Vi feeling like they had all the room in the world. They were dictating the fights in spite of being on the CT side. They were disrespecting ITB, but now the shoe's on the other foot, and Na'Vi, you know, they're walking them all in ITB's shoes right now, and they're not liking it.
Fresh kicks. And, you know, the first half was really just Electronic and Perfecto locking down B. We didn't even really see A attacks, and for good reason. Sure, Simple was there, shutting it down, but now we need Simple more than ever. He just got picked over a smoke. He has 10 kills right now. It was just the Electronic show. Someone needs to step up. Maybe it's Bit. A 1v1 approaching. Player right below him. Bit can drop on in, and this might be his kill. Oh, but looking the right way is Rallen. Low on ammo, changes position, and Crucial will trade that kill. Keeping this round in the favor of the CT side means MPL with no health to do it and no time in a 1v3.
Swinging out. He's getting wrapped through mid as well, and 2 players ready to face him on the long side. Miserable for him in the first half with all the team damage, but now that he's no, can be really hard, right? When we were talking in that first half and you were saying like, yeah, Crucial actually does find impact here, I was thinking like, yeah, I don't know Don't know if he will versus
No,
Na'Vi,
yeah.
right? Because it is hard T-side AWPing. Very few AWPers can successfully have a lot of impact T-side Inferno. But, you know, now that he's on the CT side, he gets a big triple kill round there. He's starting to kind of find his footing a little bit more and make some opening moves happen with the AWP. It adds a whole new element that Na'Vi haven't had to deal with yet.
It's impressive how much space they're taking. If you compare, like, the B site has been locked out really in both halves, but it was Electronic playing passive anchor roles and just getting a lot of multi-kills. They just keep taking Banana. They're rubbing up in the smoke right now. Cypher doesn't know. No one does. Perfecto's crept right by.
Oh no, they're going to touch backs.
Oh, this is so weird. Turns around, free gun gifted. That is a confusing situation.
They both looked at each other for a moment. Wait, hang on. You're not supposed to be here.
Na'Vi are going to take this opportunity with every chance they have to win an eco round and to flip this game back, because this is a huge streak of rounds. 7 in a row for Into the Breach, and Crucial's committed. This is too far. He won't get out after one. Bit trades. Volt with a double keeps this round intact, but even he has an expiry date. Gun picked up for Perfecto, thrown back to Electronic on low health, and they're going to go for the plant again.
This is a little awkward though. Perfecto didn't grab another gun, so he's now onto a Tech 9, and this AWP is super low. He's trying to cross back to get guns from Banana and set up in the post plant, but he's been found. Electronic, Perfecto died to give him this AWP, and he won't. And Into the Breach have tied us up at 12 all. Na'Vi to open up this second half. They win the pistol, then they lose to the 4 Spy, and since that point, Into the Breach have not dropped a single round.
Yeah, Alan, he's a showboater. They're getting really loud now. It's not just Cypher.
No, it's the whole team firing up, and it's the same that could be said for the B stream, right?
Thing. What's happening on the B stream is the exact same as this. It's been like a huge first half from Fnatic. 8-1 at one point, ends 10-5. That's now at 13-10, with a huge streak getting embarked upon from Viperio.
It's impressive to stay in these games, because that is synonymous with like UKCS tilt and you know, rage and maybe giving up a little bit, but neither of these rosters have. They're both still in it. It is not done, boys. Na'Vi, another 4-buy round, but again, it comes at a cost. Electronic starts on 25 health. Simple refuses to give him that AWP, and for good reason. We've not even seen Simple activated yet. He's not had a chance. This has to be the time. This has to be the round for number 1 in the name, number 1 in the game. Bit in apps, but if he throws nades, he might get swung. There it is. Good shot for Bit. Clean on the head. Going to keep players on A as Na'Vi set up for a BXEC.
And this has drafted the rotation.
Dude, Thomas is calling the bluff.
Wow.
Thomas is like fully calling this, and that it's not the A play. And he even goes hunting for Bit in the apartments. Now when you see him leaving and you get this kill at B, you know it's B. And they were already rotating a third man over because Thomas took mid. But there's the reply.
They
don't know about Cypher. They don't know about the third man. He's going to stop the plant, robs them of that, looks for another, but he can't quite find it. And so finally...
Where Na'Vi deal us a slice of reality and close out the map as they should a long time ago.
Weirdly enough, exactly in time with that, Fnatic also just won their first round over on the B stream. Why are these so mirrored? What's going on?
The simulation's really struggling today.
Anders is in the office now, so he's doing something.
He's pressing the buttons for the UK victory, but it's getting a bit scrambled.
This is where critically, I think, for Into the Breach, right, when you were just winning, when every round was coming up, Millhouse, you were feeling so good, you felt like you couldn't set a foot wrong. It's very easy to, you know, as you were talking about, the hot hand, right? It's very easy to build into that. But now we're going to test the resilience. Now we're going to test the staying power, because if they start to lose, you know, a chain of rounds here, suddenly it's all for naught. So this needs to be a response. This needs to be the equalizer again.
This will be an early AXX though. Perfecto's just jump spotting B, a 1-for-1 there, and a 4v4 now as they get ready for the long fight.
Oh, Crucial just walks up, proves his worth, shows that he's handy with the steal, hits the first, but Bit, he's been a madman. And again, he assaults out of the apps with 2 clean headshots. This is just sheer madness. Crucial in the back of the bomb site, trying to go off as well. The stutter step from Simple is enough to deny it, but he's jumping around on the balcony and Volt will slice him all on Perfecto. The flank! The timing of it all. What's going on?
He's running in.
For it. Fights for the 1v1, and now he knows he's got a separate one in the site. Just Volt left to beat. The pressure is really on now. Perfecto normally thrives in these moments. Can he walk it over the line for Na'Vi? Volt with the response. This is kind of the most impactful moment you find yourself in. And you're up against someone in Perfecto who's a name kind of synonymous with these clutches, with winning these sorts of rounds, right? And so the fact that he holds his own in that moment to now tie the game up again, like this isn't, you know, round 6. It's not like there's loads still to play for. You are in the kind of dying embers of this game.
Right, they lost it to Rare Atom, even with Electronic and Simple performing, even bit alongside them. And right now, this is rearing its head again. The most played map for Into the Breach in a BO1. They couldn't have had a better opportunity, and they are not wasting it. 13 all. Na'Vi have to make that horrible call to half buy. Simple could even get an AK, he will.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that. Na'Vi put enough in to make it interesting. But ITB are still here, in with a chance. 12-4 to 13 all.
Ooh. Joey went for the fast peek, crucial, repositioning to middle there, trying to see if he can get a shot off early. I was paranoid about him actually just getting swarmed by everyone at second mid, but instead it's Rowland that should probably take the full frontal assault through the apps.
Dangerous reload in the middle as well.
That was risky.
But Na'Vi won't bite. Simple must bait. He must trade in a round like this. It's the only option that Na'Vi have. Tech9's up front. Simple right behind. Miss smoke on B. Don't know who or where that was meant for. Na'Vi are going to pop out of apartments. Rowland first line of defense.
Let's see if he can hold it then. Rowland the rage cage with the backup of Thomas coming in like a pain train. Wants to hit the first shot. Crucial as well on the orb supporting. Rowland, he's been in his position the entire time, but Simple, fast with the flick, hits the head, but it's all coming up into the breach as everyone from Na'Vi is going down. Simple, low on HP, but still fighting strong, trying to stand tall, but you cannot do it. Perfecto, punished. 14 rounds on the board for
1 AK on Simple. Other than that, it's like Tech9 to plenty, right? But the setup that Into the Breach had was like, in a way, the worst possible setup for that sort of round, for that sort of apps pop with the low buy. They get smoked off over at most.
In saying it would be a huge upset for Into the Breach is one thing, but now with the game that we've seen, the way it's unfolded before us, the rough start, the misplays, the sheer amount of mistakes they had on the T side, it looked like they were dead in the water, but they're revitalized, they're out there, and right now they're slaying them, they're cooking them, they're souffleing them. And Na'Vi, with 13 rounds on the board, you've got to start biting back right here, right now.
Electronic has had 4 kills in this entire half as well. Not to put it on one person, but compare that to his 20 frag CT side, never giving up B without a multi-kill. He's had 4 kills on T side. Simple's been pretty absent as well. Last couple of rounds we've seen a bit more, but this has been just shocking for Na'Vi. Can they do right by what has been done so wrong and find 3 rounds straight, or are Into the Breach poised and ready to close? A boost up. Electronic with an uncrouch. Crucial's crouch as well. There's the head, and he takes the shot. Electronic eats it. Volt is close at B as well. Anti-flash, and there was no flash to speak of. Simple jumps over the top and takes a 5v4 for Na'Vi. This is their chance. They will not waste it. Grouping for a hit. Na'Vi can run a B exact. They want to do their due diligence first. And maybe, just maybe, we see a gamble in a round like this.
Yeah, they're calling the bluff, it looks like.
Oh, Perfecto's faking it.
Hang on. He's pushed. He hears him running away.
Crucial
He's now pushed up. Crucial knows about this, but it's a fight he has to win. Right now, the B side's lost. Perfecto knows
they're going
that
A.
No one's in B.
Yeah, they've got to bring the bomb back. They have to go B. Bits looking for lurk kills. One will go a long way. Na'Vi have still... What?
Rowland just burnt to death.
That smoke did nothing. He will die. Na'Vi have won the round, though, presumably. There's just enough time for the plant. There's no one here to stop it. Perfecto, with the space taking, wins the round. It's very weird, but it works. It looked like Na'Vi were going to XXA there for a second. I think Perfecto really had to pull them back. Like, guys, I have the site. I am so sure I have my back to the site, and I hear the open CT. And that's enough to force a save.
It's one of those rounds where it's like, if Counter-Strike is a choreographed dance, every foot was out of place, but somehow you're still doing a jig that the instructor's happy with.
Interpretive dance, we'll call it.
I guess so, bud.
The rain dance.
Well, the heavens have opened, and they've gifted a 14th round to Na'Vi. Game tied up again.
I'm glad we have a save here, as weird as that round is. To bed. Into the bed.
Oh, Cypher playing around these smokes. He keeps trying his hand at this with the banana aggression. Ooh, they're right there. He's going to try and lob this smoke in, and now they want to try and fight for the control of logs. But I think, you know, that's a little obvious with the smoke raining through the smoke. You can kind of tell that he's close. You can hear it. You can hear the pin pull. And so Perfecto had the info. Now he's got the opener. Na'Vi off to the races with a 5v4 and into the breach. This is where, you know, it's kind of in the back of your mind. If we push them this close only to fall down, they have to start making a few choices here, right? They have to start gambling. They pull everyone over towards this B side of the map, but just one man. And Crucial wins that fight onto the boosted electronic. A really nice way to have squeaked the equalizer in this round. Na'Vi are not out of the woods yet. They thought that 5v4 was going to be enough, but Crucial tried to walk in, tried to take another fight. They could line up here for Simple. He's given them a lot of chances, and he's just toying with the B-site players. He spotted two, so they know there's only one man left over towards A. And that's at maximum. Roland dead, and the A site now open with MPL deep at the library. Crucial not able to hit this shot on the bomb crossing. It's all teetering on the edge of a 2v3 retake attempt for Into the Breach. There's even a backstab coming in from the B site. Crucial gonna check up close, but the no-scope don't land. And Simple's gonna rob this round.
Put away with it one too many times on the push-up, and so he decides to do it again, but it puts his whole team in jeopardy there. And Simple with the backstab gives him a smile and 15 rounds. That B stack looked perfect.
Dude, it's so bizarre to me as well, because it's one of those where surely if you're Crucial in that situation, you hit that shot through the smoke on the boost, that's it. You know, you chill out, just play it slow. You've got an advantage to work with. You can build from that. Instead, now the knock-on effect is he's just got a 5-7 to play with going into this round. It's not just him. His teammates are basically down to just pistols with 2 rifles supporting that. It's not going to be easy.
And Na'Vi now poised and ready, and they know that this is now their game. They have to do what they should have done a long time ago and end it, send them to bed, and find their first map victory. It's not going to be pretty, but a win is a win if Na'Vi can get us there. Inside of the smoke is Rallen. Crucial sits on the short side, and Rallen has to back out as the smoke fades. Minute on the clock, Na'Vi leaving Perfecto at B again, going for this A hit. They're not going to leave any lurkers. In fact, Simple has to get that bomb. And Rallen trying to get back into position, been spotted. One of 2 rifles in this round, and he's pushed out a spot.
Low on health now as well, and there's Cypher dealt with. That's not the M4 they were just facing. They know that. Simple starting to get involved over at the B site, walking into the double stack. Electronic caught with util out. That's something, but you've still got to break away from this bomb. Bit locked in a fight at spawn, but he's missed the opportunity. Simple's threaded the needle with the bomb on his back. He's stuck out towards the spawn, wins that first fight, but 2 more still to find. And with him now dead, it's just MPL. 10 seconds, but he doesn't know about Volt. He doesn't know about this other man inside of B. He's gonna go hunting for.
My goodness, Volt hit a must-win kill.
The fact he just flicks onto him with a 5-7. This fight was so awkward as well with Bit. It just felt so uncomfortable, and Thomas hitting the headshot that he absolutely needed to. The fact that this game has given us the full 30 rounds and now has OT, with the caveat being Into the Breach on the CT side, Crucial's got money for the AWP, everyone's got guns. This is going to be intense.
Dude, and you know, I mean, I know Crucial's had some moments where he's overstepped, but I actually think him and Rallen are complementary to one another in a way, right? Like, you know, Crucial's been a fixture, like a mainstay of a lot of these UK teams. He's been someone who you touched upon, like Endpoint earlier on, right? He's he does have a lot of experience in terms of like playtime in the server. And then on top of that, then you've got Rallen as an experienced voice. But I think the thing that's interesting is they have very contrasting views, I think, on how the round should be played, right? Crucial, very much about being aggressive, about fighting every step of the way. Whereas I look at Rallen as kind of a safer pair of hands in those moments. And so you have experienced players that find themselves on kind of either end of the spectrum in terms of how aggressive they like to be. And so you have a gnarly opener to rounds in Crucial. And then you've got your closer with Rallen. I can't believe he got out of that last round with a double. I really can't. He got tagged down to 30 health in the opening engagement of round 30.
Here we go, 31. Na'Vi pumping a BXX. The bomb is not with them, and 2 players are on A. So this is a feign for Na'Vi. They need to take the site, though. If they're going to use this much utility, they don't have a lot left for later. 2 smokes. They can re-exec if they want. Through goes Electronic, and taking down Cypher leaves Vault locked out by the util. That's Na'Vi getting exactly what they wanted, and they can rotate the bomb in tandem as well. Re-smoke, and of course, likely around unless Vault can stop this plant. Great cover from Perfecto over the top and into the breach. Might be thinking about saving even with the money. Just off position alone, Na'Vi have done it. 2 crucial entries.
And maybe a crucial close. There it is. Deals with Bit. And so they will get out with these guns at least. Na'Vi winning the first in OT.
And I mean, the classic is, yeah, experienced team in overtime always wins, right? Like, Into the Breach have not been in this position before, and they've certainly not been here against a team like Na'Vi. So they'd have to be even more gutsy to actually take this one. Bomb is okay. And Na'Vi takes 16 first.
I think that's where Na'Vi become the favorite with each OT that passes, right? You really need to kind of ride on the momentum of your CT side from this, regulation if you're Into the Breach. Can't afford to fall quiet now. I think if they lose the second in this first half of OT, that might be enough for Na'Vi, honestly. It should be. Here's Electronic. Doesn't stop the man burning, but he will get the kills. Perfecto there to help him. 1 more man in the B site. 1 player left to get past, but the Molly's given up the fact that he's here. And now Electronic seen him. Trying to move in. Thomas is overrun. And the B site falls again as Na'Vi lock it down. They move on to 17, and I think this is worst case scenario now for Into the Breach. Na'Vi have kicked it up a notch now that we've gotten into overtime.
See so many players just sitting in Molotovs and not being spotted or not dying. A lot of burn deaths in this game. Some wacky rounds, and Na'Vi on the precipice of a 3-0 T side, which again, given how regulation went with 11-4 CT halves, would mean the world. And you never want to be saving in overtime, but also the reality of this round being unwinnable is there for Into the Breach. So AWP will be kept, unless Na'Vi have something to say.
Oh, no.
Gun jab.
Throw it away. It was a windy day. You didn't need it.
Here we go. 3-0 for Na'Vi. I mean, that would be as good as done, you'd like to think. Do we have the classic Into the Breach, the banana take, the re-flashes? It seems like we do. They're going back to what worked in Reg, and hey, it gets them a 5-on-4. Na'Vi is set and poised for an A play anyway. Defeating Perfecto only gives you more warnings, and Crucial hits his blind shot. They know to stack A at this point. They know what the opener was if Perfecto's alone at B. Simple's low as well. Nice shot for Bit. He has been incredible in this map.
Ooh, Thomas as well, trying to keep the pace on. Cypher with a close quarters connection onto Simple, and now it's just dropped down to the mean machine that is Bit. He's been biting the bullet literally into this game, and he's still damn going. The crosshair placement burning again.
His form up. It means that if this does end up getting run back into another OT somehow, you kind of need him to feel like he's kept warmed up, and saving 3 rounds in an OT would not do that. So here he is bringing out the AWP for the T side. This is where Into the Breach encountered most of their problems. But the game has somewhat changed from how they started. Into the Breach feeling like a different team to the one that arrived to open up this first half.
The madness of the Mollies continues. Electronic burns from 100 to 20 at the top of Banana. I don't know, it looked like he maybe got team blocked there. Crucial's looking for these opening kills, went for some pot shots through smokes, now flashing himself to the long side. But if you know Simple, you know he's sat here at Porch. They're going to molly him off. He will trade util to try and keep some semblance of mid-control here for Na'Vi, but a re-peek is dangerous.
They like danger though. Simple, still trying to hold his own, slightly backs off towards the site. 55 seconds on the clock. Cypher waiting for the flank to come down from Banana. The rest of the squadron now finally advancing, but the flashbangs perfectly timed, buying more and more off the clock. MPL.
Oh, no!
Walks into his waking health. Simple with a dive back as well. Trying to get out of dodge and barely survives, but it's always Bit just mauling them. Volt with a one headshot, but look in the back of Pit. Electronic, he's been here the whole damn time.
The B player in Pit, that doesn't make any sense. Why would they clear him? Why would they check it? Knives are out, and one is dropped. Electronic hears him up close. Bomb will make it down, but he doesn't know. Volt could just force this kill. His hesitance gets him killed, and Perfecto has now put Rallen in a 1v3, but this guy's good for it!
With Electronic, suddenly it's him and Rallen with a crossfire established. Rallen gets it down to the 1v1 in spite of all of that, but expecting him to cook up a flurry of 3 kills as they push this smoke up on match point into the breach. Need 2 more to try and force another overtime out of this game.
Na'Vi can taste it. Victory on the tip of their tongue. Even locked out of Banana to start this round. ITB see a lot of util come their way. They will take Apps instead. Na'Vi swap out a player. Simple in Apps as well. How often are you expecting this? He will pull back though. That nade means he can't see anything through the smoke of it. He's going to go back to apartments and try and force this kill. That player runs away and Rallen sneaks back in. Simple with the opener. This is Na'Vi on the doorstep.
Oh, Thomas trying to make a bit of a move here, make a bit of a play, hoping to be the saving grace of Into the Breach, but Electronic dispatched to deal with him. Bit of noise made, 1 step taken, and Electronic now wizened to this wrap through the spawn. Looks to lean back over towards B. Na'Vi have pieced together what's happening here, but Electronic is still knocked out of the round. Perfecto dances through the ruins, but it's a quick turn from Volt, who gets his revenge from last round.
Flank, Thomas isn't playing into this round.
Na'Vi are already here, arriving quickly. Util on Simple as well. He can look to set up the rest of the gang as they move in. Volt back in the spawn. He knows that CT's clear. That gives him a nice angle. Simple with the trade. It's a 2v3 as they try to move out through Banana. Damage done to Crucial. He's naded out at the back of the site. Thomas might need to save the day, but Cypher's going to do it solo.
Needed. He had a perfect position for that post plant though. After he cleared CT and realized they were all flanking Banana, you see Into the Breach set up perfectly for it. Cypher in a very dangerous position to top the boxes, but able to flick up for the final kill. Clean shooting, man. These guys have really impressed me individually today. And they're still in this one, Jackie, by the skin of their teeth.
Barely hanging on by a thread, but that's all that matters because they're hitting their shots. They're still warm. They haven't petered off. I was thinking T-side, it's where it's all going to crumble. Instead, they're building themselves back up. 17-18, 1 round away from tying it and forcing us into a second overtime.
Which is where Viperio and Fnatic find themselves right now at 18 apiece. So these games have got legs. Who knew? Against Na'Vi of all teams who, if you are just joining us, were 12-4 up, an 11-4 CT side and the pistol round. And we sit here in overtime. Back to Banana. Na'Vi with a flash setup ready. When will they call it? Electronic might just have to dry fight. He hears them coming.
Ooh. 1-for-1 trade as Cypher claps back, removes the Electronic from the equation. And they're revving up the engines. Oh, he's good for 2. Has he got any more up his sleeve?
No smoke. They just have to jump the cross. It's very dangerous, but no one was here to stop him.
This is it for Na'Vi. This is the moment. Can they close it now at a man disadvantage in the retake? Or is this run back again in another overtime into the breach? They've demonstrated tremendous staying power in this series. But to keep it alive versus Na'Vi, I mean, this retake is late, but it's taken a while. They've lobbed out all this util to cut off some of these angles, but now the kills have got to come through swiftly for Na'Vi. If they don't, this is another overtime as good as done. Damage found. Volt and Rallen with kills, and MPL left in a clutch that is 2.
We're getting this spectacle, but both of them are happening at the exact same time with similar storylines, similar players. And for some of these boys as well, this is the biggest stage they've ever played on, the most historic event they've ever been at. And they're showing up. They're delivering.
Against a Na'Vi who, you know, came into this event in form, right? We said it in the pre-match. Just looking at them at EPL was good in the playoffs. Taking down Outsiders 2-0, previous major winners, taking down Heroic 2-0. And getting their vengeance from Katowice. These were all good signs for Na'Vi to make a run here and make this, in theory, easy in the RMR. An RMR that should be easy for Na'Vi, where you have high expectations. And where even that 3-0 possibility may even be called a likelihood. Getting put to the test in their opening BO1. Can Na'Vi recover? Simple certainly can. He just found a shot through the smoke to Cypher. Down B. Probably saw him there. That smoke doesn't cover the gap. Good molly. Vector's got to move, though, and he will be fine for now. Support from the long side. Volt picks his targets, though, and he takes them both out of nowhere, dropping into the pit. It's a one-way for Bit. He has got a kill over the top of it, and MPL, they don't know.
Yeah, right now they're so focused on dealing with Bit. I don't know if they're even going to expect this second man. Why would MPL still be here? Hasn't fired off yet. They don't know about him. And so they just bide their time. These two pit players trapped in a cage, but it's all by design. Crucial with the long wrap. Now, if he can deal with Simple in the library, that makes life a lot easier.
Simple
but he's
him.
just looked away, and Simple
Can't
now
wait forever.
knows. However, this kill, you can't wait forever.
No.
And Crucial's gonna nail it. There's the follow-up. Volt holds his own in this site. MPL
Bomb.
left in another one of these rough clutches, but the bomb is not for Crucial. He called his bluff, running out of time, and he will.
The pressure, the excitement. That's what Crucial went through every time he made it to an RMR. Finally, this time, he's giving it the big one.
I can't believe as well, Crucial abandons Volt on the bomb site on 10 health to go hunt that rotation, and he finds the perfect timing to Simple on library, and then comes in with a closer. First round in second overtime, it's into the breach. Plenty more to do, though. And Simple again, same as last round. Starts off 5-on-4. Last time killed Cypher and Banana. This time it's Rallen in mid. Big scalp to find. Simple doing what he can. He was very quiet in regulation. Once we've hit the overtimes, it's been the Simple show. Doubled his kills in less rounds. Perfecto leans back to B just at the right time, and he even spots someone that jiggle.
Yeah, they try to play out fast before any util comes in, but it's not worked out for Into the Breach. They feed the beast at B, and now their re-smoke still in at the top of Banana. They're going to come through it. They at least look to move in. This late boost from Perfecto is great. They just spammed it, so they thought it was clear. And oh my goodness, this is wild. We'll get bested by Crucial, but it's all left on Volt. Only thing on his side is time, and even that is slowly turning against him in the 1v4. This is asking too much, and so there's
Smoke down. And very nice to see Simple finding all the success on opening kills as well for Na'Vi. They level out, 1-1. Deciding round here. Where will Simple go? Deeper this time. Flashed off, and he's not going to go back for a Crucial wait, and he will get nothing.
There's an absolute party in the apartments.
Yeah, Bit's out on a huge island there, just out in the middle of the apps. And MPL, he's done so well to stay alive here. That should have been a kill for Thomas. That should have been the kill that breaks open the A play, but instead, everything's coming up MPL. He's even ready for more. This has been a great round from him. 3 in the round right now, and still hungry. Nade could even follow up. Rallen is so low on health now. Looking for that AWP. But MPL has saved Na'Vi's bacon in this round, man. That is just wild that he's walked out of it. 3 kills to the good and teeing up his squad to win out this first half of the second overtime.
Ooh, yeah, just double peek at long. Easy kill for Simple. Rallen creeping up short side, but there's a man in the site. Electronic might die for free, but there's nowhere to go after this for Rallen. Oh, nice. Off Arch playing a very, very important, integral CT role on this map, and he was looking really solid. Yes, he's had a couple of shaky rounds. Yes, you can see the inexperience, but 18-year-old for Na'Vi up to 30 kills, almost, one away. So a fantastic game for MPL, and it might be Na'Vi's time to close T-side again, where both teams have had their troubles. Full banana, and when ITV usually get... Oh, okay, forget it. I was going to say they're rotating. They were. Now they have to pull a player back. Perfecto making moves.
That's so huge for Na'Vi. Like, one smoke kill like that, and now you know you keep numbers over towards B. Like, you've never been more enticed into the apps pop, which is already what they were gearing up for in this round. Only one man actually in the site, and he's gone, accomplishing nothing. Rarland bested. Thomas moving in from the long side, but he's fighting all alone, and there's even a smoke about to obscure his vision here. So he's about to lose everything. All control of this A site goes the way of Na'Vi.
There's no way Na'Vi can lose this with a 5v3 in a post-spawn. Got re-smokes for long as well. Into the breach. No, a save is the only way, but they don't want to. They've got the money anyway. They can lose every player, and they might. Electronic going hunting for more. That's his second kill, and Crucial in the corner will get traded after just one shot. 21.
Into overtime you go. That's where the more experienced team normally comes out looking a little better. That seems to be holding true here as well, as Na'Vi are just 5 kills away from putting this one to bed after a labored game.
Not their first rodeo. Perfecto's been a nuisance in Banana all game long. Cypher trying to challenge that though, as he often has. Will give it up. Stays at the sandbags. There's util being set up right now by Volt to flash him back in, but Perfecto's not blind. Cypher is. That's an awful team flash. That is not when you want that to strike into the breach. And Perfecto will play off of it. A 5v4, they can pull the brakes. That smoke, if anything, might just calm Na'Vi down for a second, let them reassess the situation, and go and exec together. Oh, careful.
Okay. Rallen claps back from the boiler. The timings on this round have been so damn tight. Crucial was holding mid till the last second, just as he fades away. Na'Vi start to fight for control, now barreling back towards B. At least there's a grouping of the Into the Breach players here, Crucial being one of them, and critically, he's got the utility.
Yeah, Into the Breach are stacked here. They're entrusting Rallen with the A-site hold. They've got util as well to lob in, and so Na'Vi are likely going to be running through utility as they try to take this B site. Crucial lobs that in. Nice. I love the timing, right? This is going to separate Na'Vi into just 2 men units. Electronic wins that first engagement, and Thomas can't land the reply. Crucial hidden in this smoke needs to stop this plant, and he can't connect it. Perfecto provides the cover, locks in that kill, and so it's Rallen, the lone A player, 1v3 to try and keep this one in contention for Into the Breach. Na'Vi are 1 kill away from saving face.
It's a long road and it's a heartbreak for Into the Breach, but Na'Vi a relieving finish to this single map, to this BO1 opener. In the right direction. Rallen with a kill. Simple's going to repeat. Missed shot. But the time is gone, boys. The time is out. Na'Vi are here, and they are here to stay. 22-19. Rallen saves his stats, and Na'Vi save themselves from humiliation. 22 rounds. It's not pretty. It's not clean, but it's business. It's a win.
Yeah.